What we provide to industrial companies is a cyber-secure operating system for connected devices. Industrial companies are using a lot of connected devices these days, for example PLCs or gateways or sensors, actuators, robots. All these devices, when they are connected to the internet, they are vulnerable and they are a target for cyber criminals. So it is very important that they are secured from the root, from the basis, which is the operating system. If you have an operating system that is not secure, whatever measure that you have is useless. So this is why it is important what we do. This is how we relate with industrial companies, and it's very important that they take this seriously, because we are seeing more and more cyber attacks to different industries these days. All the most important cyber attacks these days are based on social engineering. There are a few more advanced attacks coming from worms and viruses and target to industrial control systems, but I think these are still less prominent than social engineering attacks. So attacks like phishing and ransomware and all this type of attacks are more common, and I think it is very important to train the employees of the industrial companies on cybersecurity, because they are still the weakest part of the chain. I think the digitalization is a real trend. So today we are here on the fair with a lot of manufacturing companies, but it's happening all across the industry. So not only manufacturing companies, but also, for example, the energy companies, water distribution. Everything is getting more and more digital these days, and the more digital and the more distributed the infrastructure is, the more complex is to secure it. So I think one of the biggest challenges that all these companies are going to face is that they are going to have very distributed infrastructure. So today the world is being interconnected, and the interconnection can happen with factories that are being opened in different countries and so on. So having like a global program or practice for cybersecurity, I think is very important. These companies cannot do cybersecurity on a per plant basis. They need to have like a global cybersecurity program and practice. This needs to happen on the board of directors and management level. It cannot be a task only for engineers. It needs to be a task on the management level, and I think that's very important, and I think that's one of the biggest challenges that these companies will have. Here in the Basque Country, at least compared with the rest of the territories in Spain, I think we are more advanced with the Basque Cybersecurity Center, companies like Ikerlan that are pushing a lot for innovation. So I think compared with the rest of Spain, I think we are in a very good position. But I think if we compare us with other regions like Israel, USA, there's still a lot to do. I think it is very important that we create a community, and in this sense what the Cybersecurity Center is doing is great, and also all the things that we are doing in this fair is very important to create a community and to evangelize about cybersecurity. But what I will say is that these last 2 or 3 years have been great in the Basque Country, and we need to continue the trend to be at the same level than USA or Israel in a few years.